What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is the video for week 7 of training for the Uwharrie 100. I'm as you can see, out at the beach today. It's my birthday weekend. My birthday was yesterday, so that was kind of cool. It's actually my cutback week, but I wanted to just give you a little bit of updates on how things are going in terms of training and all that. So I'm doing pretty well for the most part. I was at the gym doing a leg lift workout and did something to my Achilles tendon on my right foot. So that's kind of concerning. I've been taking it very easy. It's not feeling the absolute best lately, but I got a PT appointment scheduled for tomorrow morning, so hopefully that'll clear things up. But as you saw in last week's video, this is supposed to be a taper week, recovery week. And I actually only ran on Tuesday and tried to do a little bit extra on Thursday. So far the week I've only gotten like 12 miles for the whole week. So I'm not going to try and let that hurt me or whatever. So next week we're supposed to be scheduled to do a like 55 or 60 mile week again. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen or not, but the important thing is just to stay healthy, stay injury free. We've got 64 days, I think, or 62 days left until the race. So slightly worried about my Achilles. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what I did to it. I know I didn't tear it, but for right now, I'm just slow, casual, easy walk on the beach. The sunrise will be in maybe 15-20 minutes, so I can turn around back this way and head towards it. I think I'm gonna try changing up the style that I do the weekly videos now. Instead of taking you along day by day and giving you a little piece of each run the day of, I want to see if I can just take out the camera on the long run day, or maybe the Sunday, and do just like an overall recap of the week. Maybe a little bit better for the viewer to follow along. I'm not exactly sure. So let me know in the comments if you want to continue the style that I have been doing, where I go Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and tell you about each run that I've done each day, or kind of do a weekly recap at the end of the week and just show you the run that I'm doing that day. So like I was saying, training has been going pretty well for the most part. I've been putting in a lot of volume. Last week, 65 miles is the most that I've ever logged in a single week. The training plan peaks at 75 miles. So last 3 weeks were building. This week was a cutback week, and then it's gonna go build, cutback, and then build, and then taper. I had the thought of potentially that training plan is a little much for me. I don't know, I've never really even held more than 50 miles a week, so 60 and 70 is just pretty daunting, and I'm just worried about my body holding up, especially because I wasn't necessarily able to start training for this race like from week 0 of the plan. I kind of had to jump myself into like week 14 based off of my last race. I feel like I was coming in from a pretty solid foundation, pretty good base of running, but again, I think I'm just starting to ramp up maybe too many miles too quickly, and that's why some things are starting to show up. I don't know if I've ever even said, but my shins, the front inside of my shins have been hurting too. So that was another area of concern. I had a PT appointment last week, and I kind of got that sorted out and was looking forward to this cutback recovery week and then starting to hit the training again next week. But again, with my Achilles the way it's been the last several days, I'm not sure if I'm just going to be able to pick back up training. Hopefully my appointment tomorrow, we can get things sorted out and hopefully get things under control. I might have to even book another doctor's appointment or something just to see what's going on down there. Again, this week is kind of a different week because I'm cut back and kind of hurt for the time being, so I haven't really run much this week. Please, if you like this style of content, if you want to follow along and see how my training goes ultimately until the end of October for the Uwharrie 100-mile race, please feel free to like, subscribe, turn the bell notification thingies on. I'm just gonna head back to the hotel here, maybe grab some breakfast, get the day going. The sunrise was beautiful this morning. I'll throw in that little montage. I took a time lapse of the sunrise this morning. It's been a fun morning. We're at North Myrtle Beach. I never even mentioned that part in the video yet. So we're in South Carolina now. Just gone down for the weekend. We're gonna head back up sometime this afternoon. So again, that's about it. I will check in tomorrow or maybe Tuesday to see, let you guys know how the PT appointment ends up going and if I can start logging some mileage back again on Tuesday. Achilles doesn't necessarily feel the best right now. I'm just kind of walking on this beach sand, which I guess isn't the most ideal thing to be doing right now, but I figured it best to keep things moving and at least not get stuck sitting idle and kind of reversing the training that I've done so far. I actually came down here, the sand back down towards the beach is a little bit more firm path, so it's a little bit easier of a walk. But all right, well, that's about it. Like I said, check in next week, and until then, see ya. Hey, what's up everybody? So I know I kind of like already ended the video, as you last saw when I was at the beach last week on Sunday. As I referenced in that video, I had a PT appointment on Monday. It's actually Tuesday, so that was yesterday. And I wanted to hop on here and actually give an update for that PT session, instead of leaving everybody hanging just to see how it went on Sunday. So actually, I did end up running yesterday on Tuesday. Sorry, today's Wednesday. I can't keep my days straight apparently. Yeah, so today's Wednesday. Yesterday I did end up running the day after my appointment that was on Monday. So surprisingly, my body responded extremely well to the treatment on Monday. I was able to go for a nice 8-mile, just about 8-mile run yesterday. My plan actually was not at all 8 miles. It was just a slow, easy, get back into it, slow progression, as she mentioned in the session. Last week was my cutback week, so this week I'm supposed to be building again. And after the extreme amount of Achilles pain that I was having last week after my gym session on Monday, I was really worried about what I was gonna do this week in terms of volume. But yeah, like I said, so yesterday I did 8 miles, about 9:40 average pace, which included a lot of single track miles, which is actually really quick. Considering the heat, my heart rate was pretty high, average about 170. So definitely not like ideal to get hit to go with the day after treatment, and especially the week after doing only 12 miles and recovering and trying to rest. But like I said, about a mile in, everything felt good. I kept going. I joined RTR, which, by the way, I realize I've referenced RTR several times throughout these videos, but unless you're local to the area, you might not understand or know what RTR is. So I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and RTR is a big trail group. It's called Raleigh Trail Runners. That we, so about 5 days a week, there's a run posted with anywhere, usually weekdays are like 6 to 8 miles. Weekends, anywhere from 6 to 20 miles plus, depending on who's doing what that day in training. So yeah, I was with RTR yesterday, and there was a new person in the group, and she wanted to go about 7 to 8 miles. And when I realized my Achilles was not hurting, I decided just to join her with that and show her kind of around the park. So I was kind of going her pace, which was, again, not ideal necessarily for what my training plan called for, but like I said, everything felt well. And so I'm pleased to continue training for this race as scheduled. My plan this week, as you can see, I'm out for my 1 mile warm-up walk, which is something that I've kind of started doing for this training block, about 0.8 miles in so far. So I was given some stretches and dynamic warm-up movements to begin my runs, because the initial appointment I had set for before my Achilles was hurting was that extreme calf and ankle pain that I was discussing in a couple videos back. I think that was episode 5, if I remember correctly. So I'll actually go over those. I'm about like the end of my walk down by the lake to a nice flat spot where I will do these warm-up stretches and dynamic movements and kind of talk a little bit about them, just so if anybody else is experiencing similar issues and pains, maybe you can try doing that to help relieve some of the issues. So I we'll start discussing them now and kind of drop that footage in while I do them so you all can see. If I can set my camera up, I don't have the tripod little thingy that I carry with on long runs for my pack. So the first thing that she said to do was heel walks, basically as simple as it sounds, 15 to 20 feet of just walking on your heels with your toes flexed up towards your shins. That'll help stretch out the front and back part of your legs. The next thing to do is toe walks, basically the complete opposite, which is, again, just as it sounds, walking on your tippy toes. Nothing too fancy right there either. We also, from there, did deep lunge movements with a dynamic twist to the opposite, or I'm sorry, to the leg that is being lunged, the forward leg, I should say. So this is, again, start getting the blood flowing, get some movement introduced to your legs before you start running. And the last exercise that we did in our brief discussion together was the forward fold kind of interior hip stretch. Kind of hard to explain, but you can see on the video here where you're kind of doing like a front squat, but you are keeping your toes pointed towards the front instead of out to the side. So I'm going to start incorporating all those motions and movements into my warm-ups before I start running. I haven't necessarily tried any of these yet before a big run, because again, last week I was pretty hurt and only ran, as you saw in the video a few minutes ago, 7.5 miles and 4 miles. So I'm just about at the bottom of the lake here. You've already seen me do the stretches at this point, but I yet have not done them, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these stretches, record them for you all to see, and then start my run for this week. All right, well, now that is about it for this video. Again, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, hitting that bell notifications, letting me know what you think in the comments. I really do like reading them and all that. So here we are at the lake. You can see this is the flat spot that I plan on doing the stretches. So until next week, I will see you then. Have a good one.